Hey, good morning everyone. Kay here on my homestead. Well, I'm standing in front of the only pretty thing over on this side of my garden, which is orchard number 1, just south of my raised bed garden, which is right here. Because isn't this gorgeous? And I thought, if you don't get to see this now, you may not get to see it, because it is blooming so quickly. And we are going to get hotter and hotter temps, and it may just shut down. So that thing is absolutely gorgeous, and I'll give you a closer look, but that's not what we're doing today. What we are doing today, okay, so I have this mound of dirt over here, and it is encroachingly getting infested with weeds, but it is where I planted my, I don't know, second crop of potatoes. The man who had the excavator and the, well, he hasn't brought the tractor yet, but when he had the excavator in that video I did a month ago or so, he left his excavator here. We were talking about doing maybe a trench over there, and that he was going to bring the tractor back and smooth all of this out over here that he worked on that day. In addition, I said, leave this one mound because I got potatoes in there. They're going to be ready in a week, I said. Well, it's obvious that the potatoes are continuing to put up more new shoots because so much of it got eaten down by deer, and who knows what's going on under there. But today's the day. We are taking the potatoes out, come what may. So let's get started. Okay, this is called swamp rose mallow, which is a common ornamental hibiscus, according to my plant app. And look at the size of these flowers. So, it's fantastic. And it puts this calyx like this, and it opens, and then this is what's left after the whole thing drops off. So it actually, this pale yellow green kind of makes for an interesting look. As you can see here, there are some broken branches. Now, is that from the weight? This is heavy. That is actually heavy. But I think, I mean, I want to say that the deer actually broke these off. I don't know. If you've never seen this rock, Randy actually uncovered it. He dug it up. Isn't that gorgeous? It just looks like a seal or something. And I just love it. Still have a fair amount of blooms to open, but I'd say it's halfway done.
I was just wondering where you were. Yeah.
I was just wondering where you were. Where were you? I thought you were calling me and that you were having a problem. You look okay. You getting that back scratched on that asphalt?
Hi, baby. Hi.
So I've got about an hour and 15 minutes before he arrives, and that's plenty of time to get these few potatoes out of here. So let's get started. In case you missed the first video, I had an extra mound of topsoil that I had covered with this tarp literally for 2 years now. And the year before I pulled it halfway back and I planted potatoes here, and I got a pretty decent crop. So I thought, well, I'll just do the same thing this year. And I did. As you can see, the dirt is very compacted, hard as a rock here. So you're not going to get the kind of potatoes that are going to develop in loose, loomy soil in a raised bed or even in the ground. It's just not going to happen. So basically the pocket where I cut a little pocket in and I put a potato there, there's probably going to be a handful. And that's probably going to be about it. But it was either that or nothing, and I had the potatoes, so that's what I did. Just going to loosen this a little. Not much. One good potato off that. I might be able to plant these little potatoes and get something. It's interesting because it's moist and it's been covered. Very compacted. Okay, I didn't make it before he got here. He just came with, wow, he's got a very big Kubota tractor down there. Oh, and I'm not done. So I'm going to have him do some smoothing out until I get ready. So I'd say I'm about half, maybe 2/3 of the way. Dripping. Absolutely. Can you even see? It's just like, it's wet. You have no idea. So, I just said, okay, I had these 3 big mounds here. Middle one was cedar chips, which I was going to put around all my fruit trees until someone said, don't put that around your fruit trees. And so it's been sitting there for a year and a half. Anyway, and the other 2 have been there for 2 years. So I just said, let's just clear this off, just smooth it down, bring it down along the side, and, you know, reclaim that for something that looks decent. So he started pushing that up, and it was so broken down underneath. I said, oh my gosh, you can see how rich the soil is underneath. And so I said, I need that on the 3rd terrace. So I said, oh, let me get some cardboard down real quick so we can kill the weeds that are there. I'm sweating bullets. Oh my gosh, now I'm going to get back to the potatoes because he'll be ready for this mound before I am. Improvement. Wow. Hey everybody, well, I am shot. I don't think I can bend over. One more time, it's 11:31. Let's just check the temperature. And it's 89. Very hot, and I'm drained and I'm out of water. So I have all the potatoes harvested, and if you are new to my channel, I have about 9.18 acres here after having, I think it was 1/6 of an acre for the whole house and garage and art studio and garden in LA. So there's a lot to do here. I have big dreams, but I am just not able to do it all. So fortunately I have help, but you got to pay for help. So if you're somebody like me, be realistic about what you can do, what you can grow, what you can manage, but you got to figure out what your absolutes are, you know, in terms of if you're moving and getting out of the city especially, figure out what your absolutes are. I absolutely have to have this, you know. That's what I did, and I wound up here. It's a long story short. So these mounds are no longer, after looking at them for 2 years with tarps and whatever. Like I said, if you're new here, I tell it like it is, the good with the bad, with always with a positive spin, because If we're free, we are so incredibly blessed. And if we're healthy, we're even blessed even more. I can't collect my thoughts. I'm too tired. And I just appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will try to entertain, educate, and inform you. So we all need information right now when we can't trust the narrative that's being told to us. So I know a lot of people are sharing hard truths, and I may as well. By the way, Fed Now, we'll talk about this in another video, but I warned about Fed Now months ago when nobody even knew what it was, and they rolled it in on the 20th of July quietly, and that's the first big major hurdle to getting the CBDC. So if you haven't heard those terms, you really need to start doing some research if you want to stay free. And that's what I recommend. Stay free, stay healthy, stay safe. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Tiger, is it hot? Is that why you're all stretched out? Tiger. The humidity is 61%. With the temperature being 89, it's a feels like 99-degree day. And the UV index is extremely high. So I did use sun protection on the areas that are exposed, and a hat in the sun. So you got to make sure and do that, because with all these solar flares and stuff, you really have to protect yourself. Okay, one more thing. I always, the brain, it's too hot. Picking up that hay off that mound, I got bit with, I guess an ant went in here. I don't know if it was one, it felt like 100. Went in here, had gloves on up to here, but it got in that crack. It bit me on my wrist, it went all the way up here, and it bit me all into here. And it didn't stop. It's almost like the stickers are still in there. So, yes, you're thinking, I could just go down to the store and buy 20 pounds of potatoes. I don't know. I think it's pretty heavy. I don't know if it's only 20. But then if you do that and you've never grown your own, then you won't know how to grow your own when you cannot go down to the store and buy 20 pounds of potatoes. So that's why I do it. However, I will say, if you're young and strong, this is a great way to make use of a pile of dirt. You hardly have to go down very deep. You just put the potato there and you cover it with like 6 inches of hay, and they just kind of form right in the surface of the dirt. They don't go deep because the dirt is too compacted. So, but I won't do it again. No. I am going to plant potatoes only in raised beds because I'm too old to do that much hard work in 99, feels like 99-degree temperature. See ya. Don't get dirty. Don't get dirty. Don't get dirty. I think you're getting dirty. Getting dirty. You are filthy. You're no longer a white cat. You're dirty. You're dirty.